Learn unknown, share known. Welcome to Lusk. 19th century, the most undigestible incident happened, that is called slave trade. It was in peak. Slave trade was very peak during 16th and 19th century, and slave traded was from Africa continent to American continent, I mean South America and North America, and even to European countries. And this is most violent act, and where people used another human as a slave. It is very sin for a human mankind, and it came to end in 1807 March 2nd. America and Royal British made a rule. They banned the slave trade. During 16th and 17th century, there was a research going on steamship, and during 1729, Mr. John Allen, he got a patent for building a steamship by England government, and he is the first person to get a patent. And the below picture shows the experimental steamship built by Marcus in 1783, and it was sailed in river Seine, France, and the length of the ship was around 13 meters length, and it was the first steamship in this world. By 1787 to 88 period, Mr. Finch built a commercially successful service ship which carried 30 passengers, and the speed was 11 to 13 kilometers per hour, and it traveled more than 3200 kilometers. It was the first ship to sail this much kilometer, I mean first steamship. But it was not a commercially successful because fuel efficiency was not good, and it was not profit running ship. It was running in too much of loss. And in 1801, first horizontal engine invented by John Allen, who is invented Churchlight ship. It was 17 meters long. And American Robert Fulton invented the first commercially successful steamboat, which made 240 kilometers in 32 hours, and the ship can even sail longer distance too. But the same Robert Fulton invented a river steamboat in 1807. After that, steamship technology rapidly increased like anything. He is an important key person of steamship and the hybrid sailing ship Savannah, which sailed Georgia to Liverpool, I mean America to England. That is not short distance, it's quite long distance, I mean very long distance. The first ship to sail. Hybrid ship is nothing but like sailing in steam come wind power. Okay, and the distance is nearly 6,600 kilometers. It's quite longer distance. The first longer distance sailed ship is Savannah, and before 19th century, the hull of the ship was wooden. Later, steel and iron hulls replaced the traditional wooden hull ships. But we needed big improvement in fuel efficiency. In 1865, Mr. Holt built a ship, Agmenon. It was an iron hull ship, one of the successful long distance steamship, and it was trading between China and England. It was one of the successful and very high fuel efficiency ship, which was built by Mr. Holt in 1865. It was the first successful steamship. The Agamemnon ship, the ship speed was 18 km per hour speed, and the fuel efficiency was 20 tons of coal was burning per day, and it was the first ship to reduce the manpower in the shipping industry. Before, the ship's crew will be more than 100. Nowadays ship's crew are only 18 to 20. So this was the first ship to reduce the manpower of the ship industry. Then comes the largest steamship in the world. In 1912, RMS Titanic. As you all know, what is RMS Titanic? And it is the biggest ship, passenger ship, and the capacity of the ship is, you can't imagine, in 1912. It's 3547 passengers and crew, and her voyage was between England to USA. The length of the ship was 269 meters, and the maximum speed of the ship is nearly 40 kilometer per hour. Unfortunately, RMS Titanic sunk on 15th April 1912 on the same year of the build of the ship, and more than now 1,500 people died in that sunk accident. After this incident, maritime rules became more tough. New safety regulation was implemented after the Titanic incident because Titanic carried only 20 lifeboats, which is sufficient only for 1,178 people. Nowadays, ships carry 125% of crew or passenger because Titanic carried only half of the lifeboat. So, maritime safety regulations become very strict after this RMS Titanic incident.